Hey, welcome back to the Astrology of Things. I'm your host and certified astrologer, Sheena, and today is January 24th, 2024, and it's 11:03 p.m. And today I wanted to talk about Pluto's transit through Aquarius and how that may impact you as a Gemini rising. But before we get started, I wanted to talk a little bit about my personal practice as an astrologer, in that I am deriving my analysis from the idea that Pluto rules Aries. So, this attribution is not practiced in traditional or modern astrology, and it's something I've adopted through my studies on the late Carl Payne Toby's work and teachings. So, I've strongly resonated with his perspectives about astrology and his teachings, and his work really helped me to break out of the astrological box where I was just memorizing astrology and not really having a very in-depth understanding of what astrology is and how the astrological system works. All right, so also wanted to note that this is a general assessment of what you can expect in this transit. So your own unique placements and astrological signatures add to the nuance and subtleties of what this transit would be like specifically for you and how that will color your own life. All right, so Gemini rising, Pluto is the ruler of your 11th house. So the 11th house is the domain of connecting with humanity and the broader community. It's the house of organizations, social networks, online communities, social groups, and group projects and initiatives. And it's also the domain of your hopes and dreams. So, taking a look at the chart here, you can see Aries is on your 11th house cusp. So, Pluto being the ruler of this 11th house, Pluto is starting its transit here in your 9th house. So, being that the 11th house is the domain of the broader community, your social networks, your friends, acquaintances, just imagine you and your friends, you and whatever community you're a part of. Imagine you and them are also traveling or starting this journey over here in the 9th house together. So it doesn't have to be just one community. Maybe it's multiple communities. Maybe it's one social network and a group of your friends. It could show up in a lot of different ways. All right, so the 9th house is the domain of your worldview and your life philosophy. So it represents your morals, your ethics, religious beliefs, and philosophies. And it's also the house of higher education, as well as communication and commerce on a public scale. So think of things like publishing, broadcasting, and distribution and marketing. And marketing on a large scale. And last but not least, this is also the house of long distance travel and missions into foreign and unfamiliar places. So for you, this journey or experience will be a unique one and enlightening. And there will be a lot of epiphanies that come to you. It may initiate a new worldview for you and help you see life from a broader perspective, which in turn leads to the adoption and creation of a new philosophy or religion, for example. Or maybe you are able to initiate a new creative project that's broadcasted and marketed to a broader audience. Or maybe you initiate a newfound interest in travel and experiencing new cultures. So this all will be triggered through or alongside this community that you're involved with, or this group project or initiative that you are a part of. So this could come by way of your friend group or your online social network community that you're a part of. So, maybe this is, for example, a yoga group. Maybe you guys are going on a retreat. Or maybe this is coming through a fraternity or sorority that you're a part of. Or maybe even a sports team. But something about this transit will shake things up for you, but I think it's going to be in a good way, such that, whatever you specifically experience, it'll help you connect the dots and help you, again, create those epiphanies. So in turn, this will help you enhance your creativity and your unique expression and your individuality and ingenuity. And it'll help place your mark on or within a foreign and unfamiliar place. And then this transit will also support your ties and connections with this particular community or communities. But I believe that this overall will be a fun and inspiring transit for you. So, to think of some examples, this transit could play out as you going on a trip with a group of friends or a social group to a new location that you've never been to before. Or maybe you and a group of friends are deciding to plan out and start a new podcast or a new YouTube channel that is about an innovative or out of the ordinary subject, or something about the subject stands out from the rest in some sort of way. Or maybe you're working on writing a book on a innovative subject, and maybe you're getting help and support from a group or organization. Or maybe you're co-authoring this book with a group of friends or a group of professionals in your fields. And then maybe this could play out as you traveling abroad with a sports team. And maybe you guys have entered or been invited into some international competition. So those are just a few examples. Again, this transit will be unique to you. So keep in mind that this is going to be a slow process and it's going to be a long journey. And throughout this transit, just remember to check in with yourself and reflect in retrospect on how this transit is showing up for you and what experiences and themes it's producing in your life. All right, so I hope this video resonated with you, Gemini Risings, and I'd love to hear in the comments how this transit has kicked off for you, because I think you should already have an idea of the general themes that you could start seeing and how it's going to play out in your own life. But also would like to hear, as this transit happens, how it starts to impact you. All right, so I'll see you in the next one.